When interest rates are rising or when the trend is rising, it goes slowly. But when it's coming down, the trajectory is extended and steep. For that reason, it is advisable to keep on looking at the reissued bonds that are giving you a lower interest rate because that is where the cake is. Because of the declining trend, you'll obviously purchase a bond at a discount, and shortly after, the interest rates keeping declining, that bond if reissued, you are going to enjoy an increased value because automatically it attracts a premium on a reissue. This is the perfect situation demonstrated by the reopened FXD1 2023-10, which had a value date on 11th November this month. It was reopened and attracted a value or a price of 95 to every 100, denoting that since it had an accrued interest of 3.5398, then the clean price for that auction was 91.9386 as reflected by these results of the auction that ended on 9th November 2024. This bond has been reopened in the December auction and at the same coupon of 14.1510%. And because the interest rates have gone further down, on 11th November, when the previous auction was taking place, the market interest rate stood at 14.4976, and today the interests have further gone down to 13.2949 as per this schedule from CBK. What does that mean? It means that on this auction, December auction, this bond in a record less than a month will have shifted from a discounted dirty price of 95 shillings to a premium price of 104 shillings to every 100, and those are observations and analysis of this channel. Welcome to our today's video, the FXD1 2023-10 reopened with new terms as per the important dates, and that is what we shall be looking at after 3 seconds short break, so don't go away. In the meantime, bless us with that like to this video. Continue growing this channel by sharing this important information to another person, and never forget to engage in the comment section because that is where we come back to see what you would like us to do next. And if you are new to the channel, we will appreciate if you give us your subscription, and don't forget to hit the notification button because this channel gives you value-packed videos and you would want YouTube to notify you when we upload our next video. See you in 3 seconds short break. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you for your patience, your like, comments, and share. We'll begin by looking at the declining trend of interest rates as we expect from our analysis in the channel. The interest rates will continue declining, and this is indicated by the declining expected market yields as per the prospectus that has been issued. In the previous reopened issue of this bond and the other two, the expected market yields as per the prospectus were in the regions of 15.157. If you carefully look at these current prospectus, the expected yields that will determine the acceptance or rejection of the bids have been reduced to the region of 14%. And that denotes or indicates a trajectory of declining interest rates. These bonds will obviously attract oversubscriptions because the interest rates or the coupons that are on these bonds are higher than the prevailing market interest rates. I'm using an indication of many bonds, because this particular reopened issue as three bonds, as we had earlier looked at the reopens 2024-10. That said, then we will look at what we expect to be the pricing. And before that, there is the element of taxation, which should be one of the reasons to invest on the bonds in this time of a declining trend, because the 5% that you save on the tax element is one element that anchors and averages of your portfolio. That indicates that since this coupon or this bond has a coupon of 14.1510% and the bond having a maturity period of above 10 years attracts a withholding tax of 10%. Then that means the tax element on this coupon will be 1.415%, which will leave us with a net coupon of 12.736%. If you were to do a calculation on the reverse, this bond will give us an equivalence of 15.426% when you equate it to those instruments that will be attracting a 15% withholding tax. The expected price, the market interest rate is at 13.2949, which when you compare with the coupon of this bond, that is 14.1510, then the coupon is higher than the prevailing market price or market interest. Then that means that the bond will attract a premium. There are two objectives in every auction. One is to maintain the trajectory when it comes to the interest rates. And because the subscriptions or the bids that will be expected on these bonds will obviously be oversubscribed, that would mean that the market yield will be high in the regions of 16% or 15%, but bids will be rejected to manage that accepted market yield to be in the region of 14%, so that we maintain the declining trajectory of the interest rates. And therefore, we do expect that the accepted market yield of those auction will be in the region of 14.2500, that which will give us a clean price of about 99.98 shillings for every 100. And because this bond has accrued interest of 4.6263 as compared to the 2 weeks in the previous issue where the accrued interest was 3.5398. It's because we have now gotten another extension of the period from 11th November to 9th December, when will be the value date for this particular bond. That increased accruing period is what has increased that accrued interest from the 3.3378 to the current 4.6263. And if you add that accrued interest to the expected clean price of 99.9810 as per our analysis, we expect the dirty price, which is the price that we shall be paying for our successful bids in this bond, the FXD1 2023-10, shall be in the neighborhood of 104 shillings. These are the important dates for this particular issue. The first is the expected selling period. That is a period for placing our bids. The selling period for this bid shall be 21st November up to 4th December. That is a period within which we are required to create our DAO CSD accounts. If we do not have one, then place your bid. On 4th December, which is the bid closure date, by 10 a.m., we will also translate to the auction date, or the auction date will take place on the same day, that is 4th December in the afternoon, and immediately the auction closes, we will receive our payment reference number. At this time round, we do not require the three in pieces of information that we have been using previously. The updated payment module would require only one detail. That is the payment reference number that will be sent as an SMS to your registered mobile number, or you can access it through your DAO CSD account transaction tab. That should not come as a surprise. It's just an upgrade of the payment module to reduce the burden of information that we are using to fill in our RTGS transaction. Then you will have that period between 4th December and 9th December to clear your payment, because 9th December will be the value date for this particular issue. And the value date is the date when your portfolio account or your investment account reflects the results of these transaction or investment. So once you have received your successful bid information and you have made a payment, that successful payment reflects in your account on the value date. That's important because I have several comments, several questions and SMSs on with regards to when those transactions reflect in our investment accounts. Our accounts are updated on the value date. Lastly is the coupon payment month for this particular bond, and this is a very good bond because looking at the bonds that have been issued throughout the year, we had missed a bond that pays in February and August for those who are looking for bonds for laddering, and maybe they did not invest in the previous reopened issue in November because they thought the interest or the coupon rate was low. But out from our review of that previous issue, we had indicated that this bond would attract an increased value in the secondary market because of the declining trend of the interest rates. This bond pays its coupon in February and August and gives you an investment period of 8.2 years. In the previous issue, it was 8.3 years because of the extension of the period, and the redemption date for this bond or the bond will mature on 31st January 2033. Thank you for watching.